Hey, what's up, people? Pizowell here, and today I want to talk to you guys about 1983's The Keep. Now, this is partially going to be a review of the movie as well as a review of this new DVD release from Viavision. And The Keep is a unique movie, to say the least. The Keep is a beautiful, haunting, at times almost moving, but always bewildering cinematic experience. I can completely understand why this film tanked back in 1983, and I can also completely understand why this is now a cult movie, and a very sought-after cult movie at that. Because this DVD from Viavision is the very first official release of The Keep since Laserdisc. The Keep was not only a critical and commercial failure back in 1983, but its director Michael Mann has since disowned the film. Mann's original cut of The Keep ran over 3.5 hours in length. Paramount forced him to cut the film down to a lean 1 hour and 36 minutes, resulting in Mann's disapproval for the theatrical release of the film. And Mann's feelings on The Keep haven't softened over the years. As a matter of fact, in the early 2000s, Paramount planned on releasing the film on DVD. But Mann stepped in and said, that'll be a no-go, effectively casting The Keep into bootleg oblivion. Mann also reportedly refuses to speak publicly about The Keep to this very day. So yeah, he's still a bit salty over the movie. From a cinematic perspective, The Keep is a visionary piece of filmmaking. Mann seemingly pulled out all the stops here when it comes to stylistic choices. The cinematography, the production design, the sound design, the sets are all impeccably crafted. Add into the mix an absolutely mesmerizing score from Tangerine Dream, and The Keep becomes a movie that is almost too overwhelming to behold. The Keep also features a stunning cast of veteran actors, including Scott Glenn, Ian McKellen, Gabriel Byrne, and Jürgen Prochnow, all of whom deliver fantastic performances. However, where the road gets rocky with The Keep is in having to explain to someone, or even to yourself, what exactly this movie is about, or what this movie is trying to say about the human condition. The Keep was adapted from a novel by F. Paul Wilson. And how did Mr. Wilson feel about Michael Mann's adaptation of his novel, you ask? Well, years later, Mr. Wilson wrote a short story about an author who casts a voodoo spell on a movie director for mangling his work. So I don't think that was a coincidence. The plot of the film revolves around a group of German soldiers who seek shelter in a large citadel in Romania during the Second World War. They unwittingly release an ancient entity named Molazar, who begins feeding on their life force, their energy, their souls, in order to replenish itself. Ian McKellen plays a Jewish historian who the German soldiers turn to for help, and Scott Glenn plays a guy with glowing eyes who is destined to duke it out with Molazar. Back in '83, Michael Mann called The Keep a fairy tale for adults, although I think it's best summed up as a fever dream with a trance-inducing score. A horror movie, yes, but a horror movie with a message. What exactly that message is, I'm not entirely sure. It's a flawed movie, but it's an undeniably enthralling movie. The Keep is really a testament to what a visionary craftsman Michael Mann is. Whether he likes the film or not, his fingerprints are all over it. It's more style over substance, but ultimately the style here is a big part of this film's substance. At the heart of The Keep lies a morality tale. It's good versus evil, it's light versus dark, but it's the method in which that familiar tale is presented that is anything but. The Keep is a movie that has perplexed and enthralled me going all the way back to the first time I saw the film on VHS. It's a movie that I've seen countless times. It's a movie that I feel drawn to pull off of my shelf and watch on a fairly regular basis. I'm not sure what it is about this movie. I think it's just the total package. The beautiful visual storytelling of the Keep, that great Tangerine Dream score, the fact that it's incredibly dreamlike and doesn't make a whole lot of sense, to be perfectly honest. But I don't know. I'm just endlessly intrigued and fascinated with the Keep. Now, as for this release from Viavision, the very first official release for the Keep since Laserdisc, I had a lot of questions, so I reached out to Viavision asking them to reveal everything that they could about this release. And what I was told by a representative at Viavision was that initially they had intended to release the Keep on a special edition Blu-ray release. However, due to the lack of high-definition materials available, they had to opt for a standard edition DVD release instead. However, they felt that the standard edition materials were good enough to necessitate this kind of release. And as far as the picture quality and sound quality are concerned, they're okay. The picture quality goes from pretty good for standard definition to very fuzzy at certain spots, very much almost as if certain sequences in the film were sourced from like a VHS, but a high quality VHS. It's odd because there'll be sequences that look really good, followed by a sequence that, like I said, is just kind of fuzzy. Fuzzy in that old VHS kind of way. As for the sound quality, the back of this release notes a 2.0 stereo sound mix. I had to pump the volume up on my television just about all the way to really hear everything, and even then there was some dialogue that I just couldn't really make out that clearly. So as far as the picture quality on this release, it's a mixed bag. There are moments that look really good for standard definition, and then there are other moments that look like a fuzzy VHS. So as far as the picture quality on this release, I would give it a 3 out of 5. As far as the audio quality, I would probably give it a 2.5 or a 3 out of 5. Again, I had to pump up the volume on my television, and even then there was some dialogue in this film I just could not make out. As far as extras are concerned, we get the original theatrical trailer, and that's it. So even though this is the first official release for the Keep, it's not the kind of release that fans of this movie are gonna go gaga over. Hopefully at some point in the future, either from Viavision or from another company, we'll get the all-inclusive Ultimate Edition of the Keep released on Blu-ray with a 4K restoration, an extra disc that has the Tangerine Dream soundtrack on it, lots of extras, commentaries, yada, yada, yada. That's probably a pipe dream. I can definitely see the Keep getting a nice 4K Blu-ray release in the future with, 4K restoration, but as far as extras and commentaries and the like, I don't know. I don't see that happening. If you've not seen The Keep, I recommend it. This DVD release from Viavision would be a great way to introduce yourself to the film. If you are a fan of The Keep, you probably already own a bootleg of it. Now, I did not compare the picture quality and sound quality on this release to that of my bootleg of The Keep, but I don't know if this is the kind of release, again, that a fan of The Keep is going to want to run out and grab and toss out their bootleg for, to be honest. Please let me know your thoughts on The Keep down in the comments section below. If you picked up this DVD release from Viavision, please let me know your thoughts on it down in the comments section below also. If you like this video, please leave it a thumbs up and share it on social media. If you're not following me on social media, those links are in the description. They're also right around here. As always, thanks so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Take care, and until next time, peace. Join the $1 a Month Club and help support my channel on Patreon. Thank you to my current patrons, Kevin Smythe, B-Movie Mike, Robbie Sobel, Turi Delamore, Stephen Flanagan, Lori Holt, Craig Farrand, Farron Sutton, Jeremiah Lambert, Grindhouse Grotto, Derek Jana, Demon Waffles, Simon Clark, Stone Gassman, Zachary Barton, Lauren Dixon, James Welch, Eli Geisler, Jeff Overing, Pete Toll, Kyle McGuire, Jay the Stingray, Andrew McDonald, Dave Barnes, Jonathan Lundy, Chris Gonzalez, The R-Rated Show, Fear Fuel, Jason Breitenbach, Brandon Bisdick, Steak Quick Sauce, Mark Striano, Jeff Gardner, The Obsoletionist, Chris Earls, Kevin Fitzpatrick, Randall Beatty, Joseph Hinkle, Hey Isn't That Devon Graham, Christian Hannah Horror, HorrorBreakdown.com, Jeanette Spivak, Orc145626, W.E. Bora, Jeffrey Hill, Dave Vanderhoff, Nene and Jesse, Captain Halloween, Brad Frazier, and Mark Lopez. Say hello to the internet, Jeremy.
Hello to the internet.